Okay, back again. Spent a couple of hours plus sharpening this carbon 2, classic carbon 2. I've done obviously the main blade, that's off left-handed as usual. That is my. It was quite all over the place anyway. It wasn't the best of sharpened blades, to be honest with you. It's quite, especially down here. The angles changed and did have a bit of trouble. It's not too bad though. It's a lovely blade. It really is. I haven't tested it yet, so we shall see just how good it is. But yeah, it's really solid opening blade. That's what you need for wood carving. Being on 2 springs to that's got to be it's quite hard to open, but it makes the knife feel safer. Definitely, it's what you want for a wood carving knife. It's probably a 60-40 left-handed, mostly because of my sharpening. And then I decided to make the right-handed blade, so that's low when it's working away from you. Well, the most important thing for that you want, the reason why I put the right-hand blade on the left ear as we're looking at it, is because that's probably the most important thing that we do, is to go around that corner of the neck of the spoon when we're working towards us, and we want it over this side, over here. Do you know what I mean? It would interfere with the work a bit, if you see what I mean. If the right-handed blade working towards me around the neck of the spoon was on this side, it just makes sense to me. It's the first time I've used this blade, by the way. Seems good. So, obviously, so that's the right. Well, on the right hand side, as you look down on it, as you sort of open it, it's going to be on your left side. Let's have a look at this sharpness of these in paper. Zoom back a little bit. So let's try our main blade out. Ooh, that's push cutting. See, I just hold the knife still. And look, yeah, look at the speed. I can do any speed. And that's how a knife should be. Oh, yeah. It's a hell of a difference there. If I do it fast, I just imagine I can carry it in the paper and everything. Yeah, yeah, I mean, that's blistering sharp. Yeah, when you can do that. This is the difficult cut then. See, I can really push cut that. It's snagging there once you draw it. But yeah, you can see how sharp that is. So let's try our right-handed knife. That's like, this is more, yeah, see that all, that's push cut. Yeah, it's get a bit, as the angle adjusts, it gets harder and harder. So that's that. The left hand blade. It speaks for itself, doesn't it? If you can push cut, it's going on there, yeah, like that. And it'll go along at any speed. You know, it just won't stall. That's the way it should be. You see, that's a difficult cut, which I've just done then. Sort of twisted around on itself, and you sharp knife to just take it off like that. Right. Thought I'd show you a bit of the main blade doing some wood carving. Got this large spatula that I'm carving at the moment. Thought we'd have a little whittle on this. Our classic carbon 2. do this. Let's go over on this. This is a test for the blade. Just going to go across grain now. See if we can make ourselves a nice little shape here. Because I haven't got any definitive ideas of what shape this is going to be. But let's just round it off. See if anything. Give the blade a good test. Bit uncomfortable there on the thumb. I'm going to make sure I stay on this part of the blade. Okay though, yeah, you've got a nice bit there. That's enough for 2 thumbs. So yeah, that's if that was designed, it looks like it's designed correctly by someone who actually has done some wood carving. Either that or they've followed a classic design. I'm not by any means particularly that up on these type of knives at all, to be honest with you. I did watch Paddy's potato peelers review on this knife, and that's what interested me in it. And then I saw it in Hendy Hayes. I thought, right, because it was out of stock back along. I went to buy it I don't know, nearly a month ago, when it was out of stock, and I looked and it was in stock. I thought, right, so I thought for a wood carving knife this would be really good, and surprise surprise, it is. Yeah, see, that feels like a proper wood carving blade now, proper finishing blade. And nice to use. Yeah. But let's go on to the most important blade, really. Is this one here. This is the right-handed. I don't know, it's not like an 80-20, I would say. Right-handed. So this is what I use a lot of this. So coming out is here. Actually, this needs thinning out. Let's use this blade anyway, see what we can do. Straight away, you've got a nice flat spot going right down to there for your thumbs. Plenty of real estate for 2 fingers again. That's ideal. Yeah, see, that's perfect. Well, I'm going to need to put my glasses on. See, this is what doing in these places like this. You're going to go in and out. In fact, let's clean these up. See the difficulty matching the layers. Let's see, come down there. See, this is designed for this. Matching up the layers on a turn, the radius. I mean, on a turn. So I'm going in and out, and I'm practically smooth. There. See, didn't even need to twist the work around. I managed to go in and up the ramp, and I've cleaned all the barbed wire there on this little bit here. So you can see how that's made that job easier. Yeah, done it again. So I've got these parts, I've got the ramps which snapped off, they're practically clean. I have sort of matched up the layers and coming down like this. And there you go. You know, you've got a blade that wants to go turn the same way as I want to go. The same shape that I want to put into the wood. It's a no-brainer really. I'm putting a fair bit of weight there on that. There's no flexing with the blade or any sign of weakness. Yeah, you can't argue with that. You really can't. Yeah, see, this is a tighter turn. This is a bit more difficult, and I'm at a funny grain. See, that's an angle I'm coming at this wood. It's a bit more difficult to get clean cuts on. This is more difficult, matching up the layers here. I'm going right up the ramp as well. I'm not catching, I'm going in and up. That's difficult. Got to have the right shaped blade to do that. I mean, look how clean that is. It didn't take very long at all, and that's not because of my bloody skill. It's because I've got a blade that wants to go the same way that I do. So try the other blade out then. So this is our left-handed, yeah. See, if I wanted to now clean up this work, what I wanted to do there, I could use this blade like this. I have to hold the spoon head, or in this case the spatula head, to do the same thing. It's not the same. See, most of the time I'd use this. If I wanted to do this now, I'm going to take some bit off the back there. Because now I've got a really low cutting angle, really with the grain. You see what a lovely job it's doing going across here. Just need to take out a bit of the bulk and a few of the scratch marks here. Not that it's been sandpapered, but some of the clumsy knife work when I've been jittering. It's quite difficult here. It's like this compression of the branch has left it. It's like multiple densities. It's like a wave density. You know what I mean? It comes a bit like a burr. It's a bit like carving a burr. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful, precise, isn't it? You can see that. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll go to my main blade because I need some more reach. I need to remove some of the bulk further back. See how this does on here. Yeah, a bit more reach here. This is a hard cut. See if I can refine a bit here. Okay, so that's my little review really of the Classic Carbon 2. I hope you've enjoyed. Different perspective, and after all this is a whittling knife, so I hope you appreciate that. You can see that it has the potential to really be, well, more than the whittling knife. I'd say it's a wood carving knife. I mean, that's wood carving, it's not really whittling, is it? Yeah, I'm not sure what whittling is really, to be honest with you. Whittling on a bit of wood. It's, I don't know if there is even any difference between whittling and wood carving, but what I can say is, out of what I call whittling, is how it came really. You could make something out of it for sure. Probably some people could make some pretty amazing things with that edge, but for the type of wood carving that I did, making stuff like this and wanting to knife finish, the edge was completely useless really. It's just not up to standard. Whereas now, I hope you agree, that is a proper wood carving stroke finishing knife. That's what I call it. It's great for small work, but you know, some of this, there was a lot of bolt to remove out of a piece like this, so really going from the axe to this wouldn't be my ideal. I'd want a bigger, more larger handled knife, possibly a fixed blade or a really well made folder. You know, it's bigger, larger handle, larger blade. But this to me is a finishing, fine detailed knife for my type of thing. I don't make figurines or Father Christmases or, you know, cave trolls and all that. I couldn't do it anyway. It's not my type of. I'm not that type of an artist. But for this type of thing, this is definitely up to the standard for finishing, for it to have a knife finished piece of work. See if I can show you that. So you got this lovely ripple, and this was from a branch that had sort of compacted down. It twisted on itself and it compacted all the layers. Okay, I thought I'd do a little video today, a little bit different than the spatulas we've been making. I thought something like an egg size spatula, you know, something that you can, because this is why I call them stirrers, because this is quite a small blade. You can get underneath to pick up an egg or something like that, but it's not quite the size. And it's roughly straight shafted. So what you want is a bit of lift. So this is just the perfect sort of shape. So we've got a natural shape, so that means that we can have a flat, quite large blade, but then follow the fibres up the handle, so the grain structure is naturally curved. And you see, so that's perfect for what we want. It means that we're going to have strength, a lot of strength, because the fiber's going to run, the same fibres, the same grains are going to run all the way up through the blade up the handle. Quite an interesting piece of sumac this. Can you see the ripples on there? Let's see if I can zoom in. So obviously where the tree's grown, then the branch is bended. It's just got like this ripple effect here, which goes all the way up. See it on the bark. You can see it underneath the bark. So have a look at that and see what we make of that, if that's anything interesting. It's like a ripple on the outside of the round, and that's also come out in the bowl here. Again, spalted wood. It's got some nice colours. Now it's got a bit of natural lift, so you're a little bit out of the pan. Your hand, it's just enough of a curve on it to, you know, that's the sort of angle you're going to be coming up to lift at, something like that. So it's not perfect, but it's there's enough there. And yeah, this, I think I'm going to carry on and finish this work with this knife now, because using it just then I feel like I want a bit of a wood carving session at the moment. It's the end of the day, and well, the dog's arrived. Dubsy!